Okay, so today we're going to be talking about intermodal. Now, in order to have the intermodal package, you just have to have support to turn that on for you. So I'm going to go ahead and duplicate this shipment. I'm going to add my copy of my empty drop here. And what you'll notice right here is I have this empty drop. Now, this is if we want to, any empty drops that we have, we just add client, and we have the type intermodal for client, and then you'll see those, they'll show up down here. So I'm just going to add a container number. So, just go like that for our container number. And I'll just take this through just the general process. So I'm going to go ahead and save that. And then I'll go down here, and what I'll do is I'll just drag over, and then what you're going to notice here is I actually have the stop here that's added on with the container number. All right, and it's going to a depot. So I'm just going to go ahead and go to resources on here, and I'll go ahead and add a driver, contractor, and we'll add a chassis to go with it. Okay, so at this point we're going to go ahead and just dispatch it, and we'll bring it through the general process here. Okay, so I just got through just doing arrive and depart constantly, and I did some picks and drops on here. And so now I'm down at my last leg here, and this is where I normally take it to the depot, but let's just say at this point in time, for whatever reason, I need to bring this into the yard. And so how I do that is I just simply go to my picks and drops. You'll notice these are already done. And what I'll do is I want to bring this into my yard. If I delete this stop, and don't worry, it's still there. If I delete the stop and I go and say, now I want to bring this into my yard, and I'll just go to my yard right here, and I'm going to go ahead and save this. Now it does a couple things. So one, I'm just going to go ahead and go to my intermodal screen, and how I got here was I just went profiles, and from there I went to containers, and you'll see here what we can see what we have in our yard. We can see what we have, any containers that are also in transit as well. So it's a nice screen just to kind of see what's going on. So now that I have this in my yard, I'm going to go, taking it to my yard, I'm going to go ahead and continue the trip. And I'm going to go ahead and arrive stop. So the next thing I'm going to do is, now that it's been sitting in my yard for a day or week or whatever, I need someone to pick it up and bring it to the rest of the way. So I'm going to go ahead and add a load. I'm going to go ahead and add an empty load. And I'm going to click on my stops, and then for here I'm going to click on my pickup right here, and I'm going to do a drop down, and you'll notice these are all the ones that are sitting in my yard. Okay, so this is the one that we did, so I'm going to go ahead and click on this. We'll save the changes on here. You'll notice now it remembers it's in the yard, and it remembers where it's going. And then at this point, the rest is just general dispatch. We can put in whatever driver we want on here. And we can go ahead and dispatch it. And we can go ahead and arrive at stop. And depart. And lastly, we can go ahead and arrive at this stop. And we're done. It is that easy.